Not the paparazzi taking photos of us at a funeral. Hello, my ladies, and welcome back to another fabulous channel. I'm Jacobishere, and today we are playing Birth to Death. Birth to Death is where we follow a single sim from literal birth to literal death. That sim being Mindy Pancakes, who is, the last episode was a very important, serious episode, so this one also has to do with some very serious topics. I would say probably for the next few episodes we're going to be dealing with some pretty serious things, such as separation, which is what her and her husband are currently in. They currently are living in two different locations. It's a whole thing. We're also dealing with some stuff dealing with Andrea. I don't want to spoil anything, but just know it's not great. Then we also have, that's her oldest daughter. She's a teenager. We're also going to be dealing with more death. I know I mentioned it last episode, no death happened. I can promise you this is an episode that has to do with death. Part of this episode is all about death. We'll get into that though. It is the dead of winter. Her daughter ran off. That's how the episode ended. She came home. She already had a really stressful day at school, and everything that's happening in Andrea's life just kind of came to a abode, and she ran off. Luckily enough, Mindy, being the protective mom that she is, and because she grew up very rebellious as a child and ran off the same exact way all those years ago, she is kind of tracking her phone. Andrea knew about the tracking and everything else just because they have an app that they all share. She knew exactly where to go. So Andrea wasn't really trying to hide. She just needed some space. And somehow she ended up here in Windenburg, in a place that Mindy's only been once or twice at a party. She had no idea that people would just go here for fun. And yet, here we are. It's gorgeous, but she's there to go find where Andrea knows that the location to the place is a bit deeper. She thought maybe she pulled her and went out into the woods. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. A very similar situation happened where her parents, I think her mom was getting married. Her mom was marrying the cheater. That's what it was. And so she ran off. This is a bit different. This storyline that we're about to do was a storyline that I was percolating in the beginning of Birth to Death 4. And one of the first storylines I wrote down that I wanted to maybe explore with Mindy. And I decided against it because of X, Y, and Z reasons. And I figured, Andrea, I felt like was just a really perfect answer. Okay, obviously right now they're not going through a great time. She is going to ask. Alright, she's going to do an introduction. Okay, now that we know him, we are going to ask him to leave. Basically just saying, hey, I'm happy they're keeping my daughter company, but I really need to talk to her. They're going to sit here and have a deep conversation right out here in the middle, but that is what we're doing. And Andrea, she's like, please just tell me what's going on. I know that it's me and your dad. I know that's like one of the things that's going on, but what else is going on? Andrea, feeling very down, very sad, not really knowing where to turn, does turn to her mom because she is really close with her mom. I think that is something to remember, that she is really close with her parents. She's going to turn to her mom, and she's going to tell her, Mom, I'm pregnant. And Mindy, I think this is how Mindy would react. I'm quite shocked by this reaction by Mindy. This sim just learned about their teenage child being pregnant. Will they react well and offer support, or react poorly and refuse to be supportive? She's obviously going to support. It's her child. Mindy loves her children with everything in her being. I do like what Fate deciding. That's going to be kind of fun, and I would like to play this as a different sim that I don't know like the back of my hand like I do to Mindy, and I would let Fate decide. I think if you're playing more chaotically, but I am not. We're going to react well and to accept the support. There are a lot of options that we can do if need be. We are going to explain the separation. We're going to do that real fast in this conversation. Okay, she's going to ask about the dad, and I think I'm going to rest assured about about the future and things as well. In between this conversation, she got a phone call from her mom, London, which is Mindy's mom. The phone call states that while she was gone, they got a call from Shauna's work saying that she had passed out and that she has sadly passed away. Mindy, being just super distraught about everything in the world, not really knowing what that means or how that means or anything under those lines, she just says, okay, I'm going to bring Andrea home, and I will figure it out tomorrow. And that is where we leave you right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know how you guys feel about her being pregnant. She will be going to prom pregnant and things. We will be going to the hospital and giving birth with a birthing mod, of course, as one would. With that being said, I'd love to know. But with that being said, we're also going to go ahead and jump on over until tomorrow. Continuing onwards in the evening, as the night progressed, they got home, went ahead and told the rest of the children about the separation, so everybody is on the front page. She knows from being a kid and being in the dark that is not something she wants for her children, that she made sure she wouldn't do it for her children. She was quite upset because, for instance, Maggie's reaction was in a dazed state. She didn't really understand what to mean. She was scared of what would come for her and what would come for her siblings. Whereas Aaron's state was of anger. He started to yell at his mother, and that really upset Mindy. Mindy does not believe in the rules at the very moment of groundings and things. We'll see if that ends up changing as they get older. If this ends up doing anything very fateful or whatever to their personalities, we will have to wait and see as her parenting changes. But at the very moment in time, they hugged it out, was what she decided. She decided that it was reaction towards something they decided to do, and however he reacted is the way he should be reacting to it. They're all in bed. Also, I went ahead and put the parenthood sign. The curfew is set for 11 p.m. That's a very late curfew. I also got the kids' books to start writing in, as we're going to be going through a lot of emotions over the course of the next few seasons. So that was something that I decided I wanted to do. Another thing, I want to take a look at some of these cool new moodlets that we get with this mod. So let's go ahead and let me show you one of the ones that kind of blew my mind, or made me almost cry. So down here is quite the news. From teen child pregnancy, shock takes over Mindy's mind as she tries to integrate what she has just learned. Her teenage child pregnant. What sort of madness has made this happen? But now it's reality, and everyone must shake off whatever feelings or judgment they may have and tackle this in an adult manner, together and by supporting one another. They will figure this out. That seems more on the lines of what I think Mindy's reaction truly would be, not the reaction that we got when they were in the glades. Also, last thing to note is that the twins did end up sleeping in the same bedroom. They stayed up pretty late talking about everything in their respective sleeping bag in bed. And they chose to sleep in her room tonight. I have a feeling as they progress, this is going to happen quite a few more times, but it's the first night. I will see you guys all tomorrow for the funeral, because even though we had a huge hit, more are to come. Alright, it's the dead of winter in Newcrest. We are going to go ahead and give an eulogy for Shauna. I didn't really give her an outfit, but that's okay. So she's talking about how amazing Shauna is, how much Shauna has been helping, how much Shauna helped these past few months. Mary died, how grateful she is for Shauna to be here and things. I'm not shocked that Iggy walked away, but my gosh, Iggy walked away. Oh, Iggy's here, by the way. And the whole family was invited. Of course, the whole family. She knew everybody. But yeah, she's telling her how amazing she was and how much she's grateful for her to be her mom and to be her parent, do all these things for her. Ignore the ghost of her. It's a requirement for the funeral for her to be here. She is quite sad, I will not lie to you. I don't think Sims can die of sadness. I think it's anger. I don't think sadness is an emotion, but she is sad for a ton of reasons. Not the paparazzi taking photos of us at a funeral. This is crazy. Like, we're literally... Wait, are you a fan too? We are at a eulogy. Please get out. Oh my god. He wants to chat with us. I don't really know if I have anything that I really want him to do. I don't know if the kids have anything they want to say. I have to wonder. I don't know. So that's for Shauna. I know I don't want as much to say like if I did for Harry, but I hope you guys enjoyed this very impactful, jam-packed episode. A lot of things happened these past 2 episodes, and I understand that. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just gonna get more and more hectic as we go forward. We have a birth to do. We have to finish off her high school year and things. A lot of things are about to go through, but I will mention this is the episode before the time jump. It will be a slight time jump, only a few seasons down the line, but I did want to mention it for everybody in case people look different. I know Mindy has talked about how she's going to pick up health and do a health recheck as she's got older. One, because of all of these people dying around her, but also she is trying to find herself again to figure out if she believes that she needs to be alone or not. And I won't lie, a lot of that stuff might happen off camera. So please let me know what your guys' thoughts and stuff in the comments down below. All this is, and I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.